Welcome to Kenschweier Orchards. At this portion of our training, we will be going over the Employee Handbook. You may follow along in your handouts provided. If you have any questions, they will be answered at the end of this presentation. Part 1. Standards of Conduct and Performance. Employees are to work productively and in compliance with company policies and job instructions. We believe our workers want to and will do a good job if they know what is required to perform their job properly. Workers are given ample opportunity to improve in their job performance. Certain behaviors are not acceptable and cannot be allowed in the workplace. Failure to obey company rules and policies may result in discipline. Our company uses a 3-step disciplinary process. The first violation, the second violation, which includes retraining in that area, and the third violation, which may result in termination. Certain violations are so severe that they may result in termination without prior warning. Employees must not participate in or allow any illegal activities while on company property. Theft, illegal drug use, assault, intimidation, or extortion of another person is strictly prohibited and will result in immediate termination. Alcohol, firearms, and illegal drugs are not permitted in any field, farm building, or work area. This includes weapons under local carry and concealed weapons law. Employees must not be under the influence of alcohol or illegal drugs during work hours. We may require a drug or alcohol testing when it has reasonable suspicion. Grounds for suspicion include, but are not limited to, slurred speech, bloodshot eyes, erratic behavior, difficulty walking, difficulty performing assignments, paraphernalia, or the smell of alcohol or drugs on the employee. Employees must disclose the use of any prescription drugs that may interfere with or impair the employee's work performance. In addition, no prescription drug shall be brought upon company premises by any person other than the person for whom the drug is prescribed. Kenschweier Orchards provides equal employment opportunity without regard to national origin, race, sex, color, disability, age, familial status, height, weight, marital status, religion, genetic information, or any other legally protected characteristic. We provide reasonable disability and religious accommodation as required by laws. Concerns of harassment or discrimination must be reported to your supervisor or Kenschweier, and we will investigate reports and take reasonable responsive action. Part 2. Field and Work Area Rules. Children are never allowed in the fields, in or around workers' cars near the fields, or in any farm equipment, or in food handling or storage areas. Employees must not misrepresent age or falsify age documents to gain employment. Employees at Kenschweier Orchards are expected to maintain strong work ethics. Employees may receive a violation for any of the following: failure to follow instructions, substandard quality or quantity of work, improper language, insubordination, misuse or unauthorized use of company property, and intentional product tampering. Cell phones in work areas are limited to emergency calls or texts only, and they must be kept in a pocket or clip below the waist. Speakers, radios, and headphones are allowed with supervisor's permission. All visitors are required to check in at the office and sign the visitor log. If you see an unknown person in the field or in the packing facility without a visitor badge, please report it to your supervisor immediately. Parking is allowed in designated areas only. Please do not park on the grass areas, blocking drives, in front of the loading dock areas, or on the loading pads to the west and east of the buildings. If you have any questions on where parking is allowed in the field, please ask your supervisor. Children are not allowed to be left alone in cars at any time during work hours. All employees entering or leaving the packing facility are required to use the main entrance. No one may use the back doors or side doors for this purpose. All employees and vehicles must leave the field during spraying of pesticides. If spraying occurs while employees are at a place of housing, employees must take shelter inside housing unit and remain there until spraying is completed. You will be provided with additional training and personal protective equipment if you are involved in the application of spray materials. Additional food safety training will be provided for the packing house or the field. Part 3. Work Schedule and Payroll Rules. Employees are expected to be at work each day at the instructed times. Employees must check in with the employer or supervisor when they leave and return during the workday. Employment hours are always influenced by factors such as weather conditions, size of harvest, customer expectations, delivery of product, or other business reasons. There is no promise of employment for any specific period of time, and employees will be paid only for work actually performed when and as work is made available. Employees are expected to work all of the scheduled hours of all the scheduled days. If you are going to be late or unable to work, please notify your supervisor as soon as possible. Unexcused tardiness and unexcused absences are unacceptable. Employees must take an unpaid lunch period that may vary from 30 minutes to 1 hour at the direction of your supervisor. Employees may not work during their lunch periods. Employees will be given 2 scheduled breaks each day. Breaks shall not exceed 15 minutes. Restroom visits should occur during scheduled breaks if possible. Supervisors are responsible for all job assignments. Employees must not leave a job assignment unless authorized. Supervisors will give instructions daily and modify employees' activities as needed. The work week for payroll is Thursday through Wednesday. Employees may pick up their paychecks in the office. Employees must personally pick up their own paychecks. It is against the rules to pick up another employee's paycheck unless you are immediate family. If you would like your paycheck to be mailed at the end of the season, please make sure we have your current address on file. Employees must turn in time cards as directed by their supervisors. If employees leave for any reason during the workday, they must clock out and in again at return. If employees fail to properly clock in and out, the employer may adjust the time to reflect an absence. Remember, never clock in for another employee for any reason. This is grounds for termination. Part 4. On-the-job safety. We are committed to providing our workers with a safe environment to work. All workers are required to know and follow the safety rules. If you are assigned a job and have any safety questions, ask your supervisor before starting that job. All unsafe conditions must be reported to management immediately and be corrected. Some examples of some safety risks might include a chemical spill, broken ladders, using equipment without proper training, and so on. If you are unsure of the safety risk, please ask your supervisor. All on-the-job injuries and accidents must be reported immediately to your supervisor. An injury report must be completed. There is a first aid kit in the office and also with your field supervisor. Always use proper lifting techniques. Get help when lifting heavy or bulky items, and remember to lift with your legs, not your back. All equipment must be operated as instructed, and all safety guards must be used as provided. Do not operate any equipment that in your opinion is not in a safe condition or you have not been trained to use. All workers must be at least 18 years old to touch, operate, or clean any type of power equipment. All personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses, hearing protection, gloves, or aprons, must be used as instructed by your supervisor. Please do not reach your hand into any moving equipment without turning off machines first. Access to emergency exits, fire extinguishers, and electrical panels must be kept clear at all times. Each worker is responsible for the Clean As You Work procedure. Knives, case cutters, empty boxes, scissors, chemicals, tools, nails, etc. must not be left in unsafe, unsanitary areas. Please remember to return tools to the proper place when you are done using them. Please remember to observe all signs. Only authorized workers are permitted in certain areas. Always be on the lookout for tractors, box shuttles, and forklifts passing through production or harvest areas. Tractor and forklift drivers must drive slowly and be aware of your surroundings at all times. Workers must be informed and understand the hazards associated with chemicals encountered in the workplace. We will identify any hazardous chemicals or materials that are in the workplace and ensure that they are properly labeled. Safety data sheets are available for worker review. The data sheets are documents that give information on chemicals. They are located in a notebook near the time clock. All personal protective equipment such as safety glasses, gloves, or aprons must be used as instructed by the label. If you find a chemical that is unlabeled or you are unsure of the risk associated with that chemical, ask your supervisor before using. This concludes the Employee Handbook portion of our training. Remember, Kenschweier Orchards is committed to establishing an open and frank workplace in which any grievance, problem, suggestion, or question from any employee will receive a timely response from management or supervisor to the best of our abilities. Our company will strive to ensure fair treatment for all employees. All supervisors, managers, and employees are expected to treat each other with mutual respect. Employees are encouraged to offer positive and constructive comments. If an employee disagrees with the rules, policies, or practices, you are encouraged to express your concerns. You will not be penalized or terminated for voicing a complaint. And remember, if you are going to be late or unable to work, you must notify your supervisor as soon as possible.